Namaskar friends, this is NJ, host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the upcoming transit of the planet Mars, which is going to take place on 2nd of June, when Mars will enter the sign of Cancer and it is going to stay there till 19th of July. Now friends, the distinctive part about this transit of Mars is that Cancer is the sign of debilitation for the planet Mars. So what kind of results we can expect in general or customized to all the ascendants, we are going to have our discussion on that. But before we will start our discussion, let's first try to understand the significance of this transit, important dates, and along with how other planets are contributing to this transit of the planet Mars. So friends, within this Cancer sign, if you want to divide this journey of Mars in the sign of Cancer in different nakshatras. So on 2nd of June, Mars, which is already transiting in the Punarvasu nakshatra, so within the Punarvasu nakshatra, it is going to enter the region of the zodiac sign Cancer. On 7th of June, it is going to enter the nakshatra of Pushya. So friends, when we talk about the Pushya nakshatra, the good part here is that Pushya is a nakshatra which in itself represents nourishment, which represents care. It is being ruled by the planet Saturn, which is already in a very strengthened state in the transit. And friends, on 27th of June, Mars is going to enter the nakshatra of Ashlesha. Now friends, Ashlesha is a nakshatra which represents your discriminatory intelligence. No matter, even if you have to take resort to diplomacy to get further towards your objectives, so Ashlesha nakshatra support all these kind of diplomatic activities. Now the good part here is that at the time when Mars is going to enter the nakshatra of Ashlesha, its ruler planet Mercury is going to come out of its retrogradation. So friends, this is the the nakshatra involvement which I wanted to tell you to begin with. Now if you want to understand Mars's contribution to the sign of Cancer, so friends, you have to understand this thing that Mars, its placement in your chart just tells about in which area of your life you are going to exert your energies in this lifetime. If you will find Mars to be in a strengthened state, so definitely it imparts confidence, strong willpower, determination in the personality of the native. Friends, it's Mars only which represents your logical skills, your problem solving skills. All those people who make their career in technical field, in engineering, somehow they get the support of the planet Mars. Mars, which also represents fearlessness, all sort of courage and valor. So all those people who work in all the daring professions, strong endurance professions, when we talk about making your career in police, in military, in all these kind of muscle profile, so somehow you need to have the support of the planet Mars. It's Mars only which gives you this sort of competitive spirit, which always keeps you motivating to move ahead and accomplish and achieve all of your objectives in this lifetime. Friends, Mars, which rules the zodiac signs of Aries and Scorpio, and Mars gets exalted in the sign of Capricorn. But when we talk about the debilitation sign of the planet Mars, so Mars gets debilitated in the sign of Cancer. Now if you will contemplate, you will get to know the reason why Mars goes through weakness in the Cancer sign. Because Cancer is a sign which represents nourishment, which represents care, which represents tenderness, which is completely in contradiction with the innate nature of planet Mars. Friends, not only that, Mars only consider its enemy in the council of the planets to the planet Mercury only. And even if you will contemplate, you will get to know that Mars, which could be seen as and which could be connected with a soldier. So a soldier cannot act out of emotions, which is a domain of Cancer, where Mars gets weak, and a planet which Mars sees as its enemy, which is Mercury, which is all about childlike behavior, which is all about frivolousness, which is also not at par with the signification, with the innate nature, innate dharma of the planet Mars. So that is something, friends, which I wanted to tell you. Now friends, just because I told you this thing at the beginning of this video, that we will also try to understand the other planetary influence in this journey of planet Mars. So you have to understand this thing, that just because the moment Mars is going to enter the sign of Cancer, it is going to get straight into the site of the planet Saturn, which is already in a strengthened state in the Capricorn sign. And friends, at the time when I uploaded the video on the retrograde results of the planet Saturn in transit, because Saturn right now is in retrograde motion, so there I explained this thing, that Saturn, which in itself represents discipline, which represents karma, whenever a planet is in a strengthened state, whether in its own sign, whether in its friend's sign, whether in its exalted sign, and it is retrograde at the same time, so the planet's energies get more intensified for betterment. So I mean to say, even if you will keep Mars and Saturn together in any kind of consideration, so you have to understand this thing, that Saturn gives exaltation to the planet Mars, because it's the Capricorn sign where Mars attains exaltation, which is ruled by the planet Saturn. And in contradiction, Mars debilitates the planet Saturn. So in a planetary war, or if you will put these two planets in picture, definitely we want to have Saturn in a strengthened state, which is going to control the fearlessness, which is definitely going to control the impulse or the recklessness of the planet Mars. Because when we talk about Mars's transit in the Cancer sign, so definitely had there been not the straight aspect from the planet Saturn from the opposite sign, so definitely when we talk about Mars's involvement or influence in the Cancer sign, it actually makes all the Martian energy bit passive. Now whether in the form of sexuality, could be little bit restrained, your aggression could get bit passive, you might be not able to exert your energies in a very outward way, in a very opportunistic way, at the right moment, at the right times. Whenever we talk about all those kind of behaviors, which is bit erratic, which is bit impulsive in nature, where you are just trying to protect yourself, where you are working only out of your whims, out of your impulse. And I have also seen all those people who in their charts, if you will find their Mars to be debilitated in the Cancer sign, so their capacity to hold resentment, their their tendencies to get offended even on the smaller talks, even on the smaller situation, gets accentuated, gets intensified to a very high level. So what I'm trying to say over here is that had there not been any influence of the planet Saturn on the transiting Mars in the Cancer sign, it could have taken your emotions, your feelings, your energies bit passive, or it could have also distorted them. But just because Saturn, which is retrograde, which is in a very strong, strengthened, contemplative, in a reflective state right now in their transit. So friends, the summary is that beyond doubt, the influence of Saturn from the Capricorn sign looking at the Cancer sign is definitely going to keep a guard at your impulse, at any concerns of frustration. So whatsoever turbulence Mars is going to bring in the Cancer sign, the influence of Saturn is definitely going to keep a guard, going to keep a check, that you should not go haywire with the release of your pent up nervous energies. And another positive way to look at this transit is that, friends, you have to understand this thing, that basis your ascendant, wheresoever Cancer sign is falling in your chart, that house has something to do with your emotional fulfillment. That house has something to do with the foundation of your emotional contentment. So what I'm trying to say over here is that the transit of the planet of energy, drive, confidence, determination is definitely going to give you this opportunity to work in the direction of your emotional happiness and peace. Now this could come in any way, like all those habits, all those people, all those activities which might be creating hurdles or creating obstacles in the path of your emotional contentment and happiness. So Mars's transit in the Cancer sign could actually give you this opportunity to get rid of all those things where you need to act firmly in order to attain that state of a peace and emotional fulfillment. And friends, one last thing which I want to point out over here in this transit of the planet Mars is that, there is definitely going to be no other planetary influence during this journey of the planet Mars in the Cancer sign other than the Venus, which is going to enter the Cancer sign on 22nd of June, and it is going to get a conjunct with the planet Mars. And as you know this thing that whenever Mars and Venus gets conjunct, it definitely creates lot of passion. And one thing which I always say, that Mars's influence in any of the water sign, whether the sign of its debilitation, which is Cancer, which in other way is ruled by Mars's own good friend Moon, or whether Mars's own sign like Scorpio or even the Pisces sign, the only vulnerability which comes whenever Mars is in any way connected with the water sign is that it gives tendency to holding up resentment and negativity. So if only you can work in that direction, if only you can control your passion and any of the outburst driven by your passion once Mars is going to get conjunct with Venus, so that is the only area where you have to work during this transit of the planet Mars. So that is something, friends, which I wanted to tell you as a general guideline of this transit of the planet Mars to the Cancer sign. Now we will start our discussion for all the ascendants. So friends, beginning with the Aries ascendant natives. So for all of you guys, Mars becomes a very important planet for you because it is your ascendant lord, and the transit of your ascendant lord in the 4th house could be decoded in two ways. I have already cleared this thing that even Saturn is a very important planet for you. So the impact of Saturn from the 10th house looking at your 4th house is definitely going to keep a restraint and guard in controlling the turbulence which Mars might create while and once it will enter your 4th house. So the only one way or one advice which I want to give to you guys is that try to keep a guard at your emotions, at your feelings. During this time, the worship of Lord Hanuman, recitation of Hanuman Chalisa, and even the recitation of Mahamrityunjay mantra could be seen as a very good way of taming and handling the energies which Mars might create in your domestic life, or which Mars might create in your emotional state. One more time, friends, I want to point out this thing that if you have Mars in a strengthened state in your natal chart, so then in those kind of scenarios and circumstances, the transit of Mars in your 4th house could actually benefit all those people in whose case 4th house related occupations qualifies. You work in construction, you work in real estate, you are an engineer, you work with any of the profession connected with the either Mars or with the 4th house. So all those people can actually get benefited. So on a physical level, this transit could still give you good result if you have your ascendant lord in a dignified state in your chart. And the second way to look at is that your moon is not afflicted, because the only vulnerability which this transit of Mars is going to create in your life is that your emotions might get stirred up. You might get quickly or easily offended. You might be on the edge. So you have to keep a guard on not losing out in any sort of provocative situation. So that is the only one thing which I want to advise for all the Aries ascendant natives. But one more time, friends, I want to bring attention over here is that just because Saturn, which is right now in a very strengthened state, is a very important planet for you, it is like retrograde as well, and with Mars's influence and entry in your 4th house, so this is definitely a time to reflect on your life goals, in your emotional state, giving attention to your mental health and the matters of family and domestic life. Moving ahead, friends, for all the Taurus ascendant natives, Mars is a very important planet for you guys because it has got the rulership of your 7th house, of your public image, of your life partner, and it has also got the rulership of your 12th house of spirituality, sexuality, your deep hidden subconsciousness. So now what is going to happen is that Mars is going to transit to your 3rd house. Friends, you have to understand this thing that Mars is also the natural significator or karaka of the 3rd house. And the second way to look at is that if you consider yourself as a passionate person, whatsoever you do with your heart and soul, with full of your passion and energy. So this transit is definitely going to create some good opportunities for you, where all of your endeavors, all of your efforts might be strongly passionate driven. And at the same time, friends, whenever we talk about any of those opportunities which get created because of your own consistent hard work, because of your own self-initiated efforts, so somehow all of those opportunities are seen from the third house only. So this transit of the planet Mars in your third house could actually encourage you, might instill lot of confidence in you to fulfill any of your dreams. Some opportunity might also get created. The only one thing which I want to advise to all the Taurus ascendant natives is that, see, Mars in a weak state in the third house might create troubles or obstacles with the living signification of the third house. So you have to give attention to not to get into any sort of arguments, difference of opinion, very easily getting instigated in any debate, in any argument with your younger siblings, with your friends, with your colleagues at work. So there you have to give attention. Moving ahead, friends, for the Gemini ascendant natives, like the way you know this thing that Mars has got the rulership of your 11th house, of the wish fulfillment, of your social influence, and it has also got the rulership of your 6th house, of your competitive spirit. Now friends, if you will contemplate it over here, Mars is definitely going to be entering your 2nd house of your finances, of your values, of your speech. And if you will contemplate, you will get to know that from the 11th house, Mars is going to enter 4th house ahead of it, and from the 6th house it is going to enter 9th house ahead of it. So this transit of Mars in your 2nd house could actually create some good financial opportunity at the same time. The only thing which is expected out of you is that what 6th house represents, showcasing confidence, courage, and making right use of your social influence. The only cautionary thing which I want to advise to all the Gemini ascendant natives is that try not to get into any sort of emotional entanglement while taking up any important financial decision. For all those people whose occupation or livelihood is straight away connected with the Martian field, you are an engineer, you are in construction, real estate, you could also get benefited. And at the same time, friends, because of the Mars's transit in your 2nd house, all the living signification of the 2nd house, specifically all those people who are very close to you. Now this could be your servants, this could be your very close friend. So try not to get into any sort of dispute, any sort of like conflicts or arguments, specifically where some of the matters of the past are concerned. So this is not the right time for you to bring out the ghost of the past and try to settle them during this time when Mars is already transiting in your 2nd house in a bit a weak or sensitive state. Moving ahead, friends, for all the Cancer ascendant natives, Mars is a very important planet for you because Mars has got the rulership of your 10th house, of your public image, of your career, your professional endeavors, and it has also got the rulership of the trine house, the 5th house, of your intellect, of your creativity. So Mars, being the Yoga Karaka, is going to enter your 1st house. So friends, you have to understand this thing that whatsoever you want to achieve, you need to have the support of your ascendant, because ascendant is something the way you project yourself. So this transit of Mars in your 1st house could actually create some good opportunity. The recognition spotlight is definitely going to be on towards you. So you have to come across as someone who is ready to take up any challenges, who has this strong confidence to deal with any sort of conflicting situation in life. So for all those people who are straight away connected with any sort of artistic creative field, they can get benefited. You are in engineering, you belong to real estate, construction, any sort of Martian field, Martian profile. So all those people can get benefited because of the transit of Mars right over your 1st house. The only vulnerability which I am seeing over here is that, as you know this thing, that the Cancer ascendant natives are already very emotional, very nurturing, very caring, and the moment Mars is going to enter your 1st house, it is definitely going to trigger up all the emotions, all the feelings. So you have to keep a strong guard and control in not losing out in any sort of provocating situation, and specifically when it comes down to your own health and your own public image. So try to keep a guard that you should come across as someone who is trustable, who has complete hold and control over his senses, over his emotions, over his feelings. So if only you are going to keep a guard on your emotions or your feelings, not losing out on small provocation, on small instigation, so then definitely this transit of Mars in your first house could create some good financial or some good career professional opportunity for you. During this transit of Mars in your first house, recitation of Hanuman Chalisa is definitely going to give right direction to your brewing up energies, connecting it with your success towards your professional ambitions and endeavors. Moving ahead, friends, for all the Leo ascendant natives, as you know that Mars is also the Yog Karaka planet for all the Leo ascendant natives as well, because Mars has got the rulership of your 4th house, of your domestic life, emotional fulfillment, contentment, and it has also got the rulership of your 9th house, of your luck, your fortune at the same time. So the transit of Mars in your 12th house could be seen as little bit of the alarming time, in a way that if in your case any of the spiritual and religious austerities qualify, then you can get benefited. But apart from that, this is not a very important time for you to take any sort of important financial decision or any sort of important lifetime decision. Like, only if you can keep a proper guard in your emotions, in your feelings, you are definitely going to take into consideration all the pros and cons of your important decision, then you could still see this as a fortunate transit. And let's say, for example, if in your case dealing with foreign land, foreigners, foreign trade, any of the concerns of immigration and import export that qualifies in your case, then it could still be seen as a time of some new markets might get explored, some new opportunities, new client base could be accessed. So from that perspective, this time period can still be seen as a very positive time. Even for the spiritual austerities, this time period could be seen as a very promising time. The only thing is that, friends, whatsoever happens in the 12th house, that is hidden from us. 8th house is something which we hide from the world. 12th house is something which is completely hidden from us. So whatsoever important decisions you are going to take during this time, I would still recommend that seeking refuge in Lord Hanuman, doing proper background check, proper taking into consideration all the pros and cons of your important actions and taking the expert opinion. So these are the few things which I want to add for all the Leo ascendant natives. Your passions are definitely going to be very stirred up during this time of the transit of Mars in your 12th house, and the moment Venus is also going to enter the Cancer sign, going to get conjunct with Mars, so you have to keep a guard in any of the release of your energies, in any of the indulgences of the life. So friends, once this conjunction of Mars and Venus is going to take place in your 12th house, so try to keep a guard in all of the sensual or the indulgent aspect connected with the 12th house. Now whether in your case partying, drinking qualifies, in your case intimacy, sensuality qualifies, too much of the shopping qualifies, so you have to keep a balance, you have to keep a check that you should not go overboard in just in order to pleasing your senses during this time or during this transit of Mars in your 12th house. Moving ahead, friends, for all the Virgo ascendant natives, Mars has got the rulership of your 3rd house, of your courage, of your valor, and the 8th house of unpredictability. And in the transit, Mars is going to enter your 11th house of your social influence, of your large group networking, your wish fulfillment. So this transit could be seen as good in this regard, that all those people in whose occupation, livelihood, connection matters a lot, all those people who are in sales, media, marketing, advertising, work with their own skill, network marketing, these people could actually get benefited. The good part or the silver lining of this transit of Mars is that you are definitely going to be inner motivated and self-driven during this transit of Mars towards your wish fulfillment. The only vulnerability is that, friends, see, I would rather say that it's better to be alone rather than living in a large group with enmity and with resentment. So just because whenever we talk about Mars's involvement or presence in any of the water signs, it just makes your emotions bit vulnerable, where people have this or might get easily offended, or they might hold up the emotions, feelings, negativity for a long time. So let's say, for example, if you will be put forth in a situation where you have to socialize with all those people with whom you do not have a good rapport, good history, or you do not share good chemistry, so it's better to avoid all those sort of invitation rather than regretting later on. So that is the only one thing which I want to advise for all the Virgo ascendant natives. Moving ahead, friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Libra ascendant natives, so friends, in your case, Mars is a very important planet for you. It has got the rulership of your second house, of your finance, and it has also got the rulership of your seventh house, of your public image, of your relationship. And in transit, Mars is going to enter your 10th house. So definitely some sort of financial matters might be on the spotlight, might be the central area of concern at your professional front during this transit of Mars. So let's say, for example, for long you have been working hard, you are not getting paid accordingly, or there are some of the much awaited concerns of promotion or financial raise which are at stake. So this transit of Mars is definitely going to stir up all those kind of concerns, all those kind of opportunities for all the Libra ascendant natives. Now friends, like the way I said this thing right at the beginning of this video, that wheresoever Cancer sign is falling in your chart, somehow your emotional fulfillment and contentment is connected with that house. So just because the Cancer sign is falling in your 10th house, so that is the only reason like for Libra ascendant natives, their public image, their professional endeavors, their success somehow is very emotionally connected with them. So with this transit of Mars in your 10th house, it is definitely going to create all those kind of opportunities and all those financial matters which might have been long pending at your professional front might come on towards the surface. Now it all comes down to you, that how you're going to approach those prospects. And at the same time, friends, I have already said this thing, that even if you will be put forth in this kind of situation or circumstances, your approach has to be a bit diplomatic rather than getting offended or being very in a very explosive mode, or bringing up all the past like repressed memories. So that is not the right approach to deal with this transit of Mars in your 10th house. This is not the right time for you to get into any sort of ego dispute with the authority people or your bosses at work front. So my advice to all the Libra ascendant natives is that at your work front or for any of your professional endeavors, it is good to take a diplomatic route, and at the same time make this like churning up of the Martian energies on the Cancer sign as getting yourself inner motivated and getting that drive right from inside of you. Moving ahead, friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Scorpio ascendant natives, so friends, in your case, Mars being your ascendant lord is going to be transiting in the 9th house. So friends, Mars's transit is not as small transit as of a moon or not of Mercury, Venus. So what I'm trying to say over here is that this is the right time for you to devote your energies for any of your religious endeavors, like whomsoever you see as your own Isht Devta, your preferred god with whom you have any connection. So any sort of mantra recitation, any of the religious austerities done by you during this time is actually going to give strength to your ascendant, to any of the life matters which are getting qualified in your case currently. Now whether you are a student, you're about to start your business, you're already in your middle life, so definitely any of the religious austerities done by you during this time is definitely going to strengthen the prospects of your fortune, of your luck at the same time. This time period with the transit of Mars in your 9th house is definitely going to empower you enough to deal with any of the challenging situation of the life. If in your case you are in law, you are in any of the policing profile, any sort of arbitration, dispute management, crisis management, so this transit of Mars is definitely going to support you in the form of luck might help, fortune might help, only if you are going to follow the proper religious austerities during this time. For all those people in whose case ninth house like prospects are directly getting qualified, you are currently in the pursuit of your PhDs, your MBAs, all the like master degrees, or some foreign travel might also get planned up. Some professional and work related travel might also get planned up during this transit of Mars in your ninth house. So for all of those prospects, this transit of Mars is actually going to bring some good opportunities for all the Scorpio ascendant natives. The only one thing which I want to tell you over here is that when we talk about dealing with the matters of the sixth house, so you have to remain bit in a passive mode, and you should not be all fired up with your emotions, with your triggered emotions. So that is not going to be the right approach while dealing with any of the challenges which might come up during this transit of Mars in your ninth house. Moving ahead, friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Sagittarius ascendant natives, so friends, in your case this transit is little bit sensitive because Mars is going to enter your 8th house. Now as you know this thing, that when we talk about the 8th house and the involvement of Mars over here, so I would definitely advise you that recitation of the Bajrang Baan and Sankat Mochan Hanumanashtak is definitely going to be a good panacea, a good remedy for all the Sagittarius ascendant natives. Let's say for example, for all those people in whose case any of the academic, any of the if you are in any of the film, television, creative business, and we all know that whenever we talk about success in the creative industry, along with 5th house and the 11th house, many times people forget to give attention to the 8th house, which actually act as a game changer. If you will pick up the charts of all the prominent celebrities, you will definitely find a say of Venus, Rahu, 11th house and 8th house at the same time, along with the 5th house, which is the house of creativity. So this transit can actually create some good unexpected results for all the Sagittarius ascendant natives. But with that said, I will not advise you guys to take up any of the important decisions during this transit of Mars without contemplating or reflecting on the pros and cons of your decisions. And at the same time, if your nature is you take lot of risk, any of the speculation, stock market, trading, if that qualifies in your case, so you have to remain bit cautious that any of those unplanned and risky ventures might land you in some losses or in some difficult turbulent situation. So keep a guard and restrain your risk-taking abilities. For all those people in whose case any of the perversive nature or behavior qualifies, so trust me, this is not the right time for you to actually take up all the matters of 8th house casually. Now whether in the case of you drive very rash, or your nature is sensual to an extent that you do not take into consideration the sensitivity of the situation, so you have to remain bit disciplined, and religious austerities, specifically the worship of Lord Hanuman, is very advisable during this transit of Mars for all the Sagittarius ascendant natives. Moving ahead, friends, for all the Capricorn ascendant natives, Mars has got the rulership of your 11th house of your social influence, and it has also got the rulership of your 4th house of your emotional fulfillment and contentment. So friends, trust me on this thing that I would definitely encourage all the Capricorn ascendant natives that whatsoever your heart craves for, you desire for, this is the right time for you to take the opportunity of the transit of a very important planet, which not only has a say on your wishes, but all those wishes which will be emotionally fulfilling. So in all those cases where you want to do some certification, you want to do some course, or in your case you are holding a public office, you work in social media, any of the artistic creative field. So this time period is definitely going to bring some good opportunities for all the Capricorn ascendant natives. Now the only concern is that opposite to you, you might have to deal with all those people where people's emotions might get very triggered up, and all those like people with triggered emotions, very passionate, very intense, might be chasing you, or you might be put forth in a situation when you have to deal with all these kind of people. So let's say for example, if you are a politician, so you might have to deal with all these intense people which might have whether intense criticism or could have a very intense accolades to give it to you, to offer it to you. Same goes with in your matrimonial life as well. This time period is definitely going to intense and trigger the emotions and feelings of your partner at the same time. So try to remain bit cautious, try to remain bit gentle and bit finesse. Handle the matters of your relationship with little bit finesse during this transit of Mars in your 7th house. But at the same time friends, I would still say that 7th house connected opportunities which could be of financial in nature, which could be commercial or business in nature, which might have the prospects of fame involved in it, can still benefit you if that is getting qualified in your case. Moving ahead friends, for all the Aquarius ascendant natives, Mars is a very important planet for you because it has got the rulership of your 10th house, which is the house of your professional aspirations, and it has also got the rulership of your 3rd house, which is confidence, which is your courage. And in the transit, Mars is going to enter your 6th house. So friends, you have to understand this thing that in any case, Mars's placement in the Cancer is one red flag. And the second thing is that whenever we talk about the 6th house, all the matters of the 6th house shouts out loud in encouraging you to fight. Now when I say fight, I do not mean the actual and literal fist fight. I mean to say showcasing resilience, showcasing strong endurance and not giving up to any sort of challenges which might come to you. You have to remain well guarded and well prepared. This transit of Mars is definitely going to put forth you in a situation where the pressure and the challenges and obstacles might overpower you, might overwhelm you. But friends, the silver lining here is that whatsoever you are going to endure during this time, you have to understand this thing, it is definitely going to make you more empowered, which is your 3rd house, and it is actually going to strengthen your public image. Trust me on this thing, whatsoever you will be enduring, you will be fighting, it will be monitored, it is definitely going to be in the public scrutiny. So it all comes down to with how much grace and dignity you handle any sort of challenges which might come your way. And the last friends, if you want to understand the results for all the Pisces ascendant natives. So friends, as you know this thing that for the Pisces ascendant natives, Mars is an important planet. It has got the rulership of your 2nd house, which is the house of your finances, and it has also got the rulership of your 9th house of your luck and fortune. And Mars is going to be in a strengthened state in the 5th house. Like basis house, this could be seen as a good placement, but basis sign, it is little bit volatile, little bit vulnerable placement. So what I'm trying to say over here is that if in your case any sort of devotion towards the gods and you are very much passionate towards your craft, you are an artist, you are a creative person, so this time period can still be seen as a beneficial where some good financially lucrative opportunity proposal might come to you. The only one thing or red flag with this transit for the Pisces ascendant native is that if in your case any of the speculation, financial transaction, stock market trading qualifies, so take very well guarded and very calculative risk during this transit of Mars in your 5th house. And this is definitely going to be a time when all those people who are in relationship, they are definitely going to be very passionate, very emotionally entangled in relationship with their partner. So this time period is actually going to create some good energy of enjoyment, of recreational activities, long drives, enjoying the sun, summers. So from all of those perspectives, this time period can be seen as, or this transit of Mars can be seen as beneficial for all the Pisces ascendant natives. So this is something friends which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs for the upcoming transit of the planet Mars in the sign of Cancer. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Thank you.